Welcome to our home and another beautiful, freshly picked bunch of roses. I just had to do this. So, you want to hold them, Barry? And hold them right there. Because, so these roses were featured at another video, and they're called Compassion. Yeah. And I think they're my favorite, and they only come out once a year. And these are kind of the end, and they smell like so beautiful. Now the other ones, these little ones, yeah. They will bloom periodically throughout the summer, and it's a small little bush with these gorgeous little bitty roses, and it's called the fairy ring, and I love them, and to me there's lots of different meanings to the fairy ring. But to me, the fairy ring is like a ring of protection around our hearts, around our love and compassion. So here, Barry, get them real close.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the combination of compassion and the protection around our heart is in these beautiful roses.
Cool.
Okay. Barry said maybe people are tired of seeing my roses, but it's okay.
If anybody's tired of seeing the roses, let us know. But I don't think so.
I don't have them forever, but right now I do.
Like another couple of weeks.
Yeah,
maybe?
and then they're not as much, like the few, but right now it's just the best time. So, I'm going to be talking today about God's love and how powerful that is, and God's love that is right within our heart. So there's a story that I heard actually this past week about, and it took place in the 1930s in Texas, and there was a farmer who had sheep. He owned quite a bit of land, and he had sheep, and he was actually going bankrupt. He couldn't support the farm. He couldn't support his wife and his children, and I don't know why. I mean, maybe he couldn't sell the sheep. Maybe there wasn't a market for them or something. But he was possibly going to lose everything. And this man came around. He didn't know of his, that he was going to go bankrupt. He just was coming around. He said, "Well, do you mind if I drill for oil on your land? I mean, I'm just going to different neighbors and seeing." And the man said, "Well, yeah, why not?" So what happened, this is a true story, what happened is that they discovered the biggest oil, what would it be called? Oil
reserves or wells?
Yeah, underground, that there ever had been. And this man suddenly became a millionaire, and according to this story, this oil on his land is still being produced. I obviously don't know that much about oil, but I love the story. And the person telling the story said, "Now, when did this man become a millionaire? Was it before the oil, or was it when the oil was discovered?" It's a good question, because he owned the oil all along. And if you relate that to our lives, we have within us this beautiful love of God that makes us millionaires of love. And yet it's up to us to, I know, isn't it a good story?
That's a good story.
You didn't know this.
No.
And it's up to us to bring forth. I mean, we can keep it hidden, but then we feel poor in spirit, or we can allow it to really be there. And I was thinking about this a lot this week, and what's the best way to bring forth this love of God? And I think for me personally is to feel gratitude, not just like a thought, but to really spend some time and feel something that I'm grateful for Of course, what comes to mind so easily is to be with Barry. I just love you so much.
And I'm so grateful for you.
And I feel like Barry's such a gift from God. Like we met at such a random way, and
Even better than oil.
yeah. And so rather than just like, oh yeah, I'm thankful for Barry, that's nice, but to let it go into your heart and to really, really, really feel it. And for me, that's how you really let this love of God flow forth into your life to bless you. I am so grateful for you, Barry.
Oh, thank you. Oh. Yeah. I feel very wealthy too, to be in your presence. Like very rich. Richer than any amount of oil. And can we all really understand that we have this reserve of spirit that's within, that is us, and it does make us wealthier beyond anything. So if we could just really claim it, right? You have to claim that wealth, and then you really know how wealthy you are.
Just one more thing. So, it's more than being grateful for your partner. I mean, that comes so easily into my heart, but also your children, where you live, the beauty of a sunrise or a sunset, a memory of someone, a poem. There's so many different things that we can let ourselves really drop in a deep way and feel grateful for.
I'm remembering a couple of weeks ago, I was on a very remote river called the Owyhee River in southeast Oregon, really, really out there. And I was with the 3 dogs. And on one of the days, I hiked up a side stream, and to my utter surprise, the whole little valley was filled with wild roses in full bloom. And the sight was beautiful, but the smell of the roses was unbelievable. Every step of that walk was like the perfume of these roses. And of course, I thought a lot about you. And if you were there, you would have just, the Yiddish word is kaveld, just been in ecstasy with that smell. But that's the scent of the wild roses, and it reminded me of that's inside also, that perfume. Yeah. Okay. So here's a little song I wrote. Words cannot say what my heart already knows, and my mind can't explain what my feelings already show. Words cannot say what my heart already knows, and my mind can't explain what my feelings already show. Please help me, Great Spirit, to move ever nearer to the source of your hidden mystery. Please help me, Great Spirit, to more clearly hear it. The sound of your voice in my heart. The sound of your voice in my heart. The sound of your voice in my heart. So let's take a moment, close our eyes, and just listen to the sound of the divine inside our hearts, making us millionaires, billionaires of spirit. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. You can open your eyes. And thank you. And thank you also for helping share these videos with other people too.
Oh, we have to see the roses one more time before we say goodbye.
Yeah, go ahead.
So these were picked just minutes before. So they're just radiating the love and the compassion and the protection of your hearts. All right.
Joyce, thank you for being a divine rose in my life. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.